My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 5th, 2024. It is 6:31 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1 is on PYTE. I just literally finished edited. There it is here. And now I have some time and there are some tweets I would like to share with you. There's a possibility I might make this video public before this one, the one that's on the screen right now. So let's see some of the background of this channel. 4,413 subscribers. If there are any new subscribers, welcome. For revenue, $119.06. Okay, 972 views in the last 48 hours, and my revenue is not going anywhere. Okay, so this is it. If you guys like some of my videos, please share them and let people know. My subscription is growing. Look at this, 102 subscribers have added, but my views, I don't know what's going on. Okay, but anyway, this is the tweets that I have for you guys. It's only 5 tweets. The last one has to do with the US, that's Kamala Harris. It's a video, and these have to do with the UK. And I've been sharing with you some stuff on my community board, but I'll try my best not to show any violence so I don't have any issues with YouTube. But these I have to share with you. Okay, first tweet. This is how they treat anyone that defend minorities, gaslight them, and all sorts. So obvious with it. Even with Pierce fired and Susanna not on, they just can't help themselves. Okay, so they retweeted that. Who's that? Rebecca. And this is Nadine White. Nadine White is one of the journalists in the UK who's I've been following quite some time. I think when you know what, let me not waste time explain how I started following her. So let's focus on this. At Zara Sultana, who is that? Is that her who's talking here? Let's see here. It looks like her. Okay, Labour MP for Coventry South Conventus. No, it may not be her. This is just a member of parliament she tagged. But let's see here. A Muslim MP says UK race riot should rightly be called racist and Islamophobic. Ed Balls, husband of the Home Secretary, sneer at her. White commentators with no lived experience of racism have a good laugh seemingly at Zara's expense. Wow. Okay, so she is the MP. Okay. Let's listen. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Keir Starmer, Yvette Cooper and Rishi Sunak over the weekend have all said that...
have they called it Islamophobic and racist?
Why is that language important to you?
These aren't trivial
They've called it
matters.
racist. Have they called it racist?
These are not trivial matters. We have to...
No, I know. No, I'm so sorry. We do have to ask you questions as well.
Absolutely.
And you have to let her answer it too. You can't just keep on asking questions and don't get the answers from her.
Why
can
is
answer
that?
I'm going to wait for Kate to finish her question if that's...
If you want to answer the questions, you can,
So
but you don't have to.
So why is it important to you to use that specific word, Islamophobic? It's been called racist, it's been called thuggery. I think that's important because we are speaking to the Home Secretary and other politicians this morning. Why does that matter to you to use the word Islamophobic?
In Stockport, a mosque was targeted, bricks were thrown out. The people who were in the mosque at that time, who were basically locked down in that mosque, said that they feared for their life.
But
they
Keir
weren't able to
Starmer has
get out.
condemned that.
I'm just finishing the question.
I did ask specifically about the word.
There it is. They keep on asking her question, but they don't want her to answer it. What the hell?
That's okay. I would also say that the role of the Labour Party historically through New Labour, the controls on immigration, mugs, and also your article in The Guardian where you said the problem with Labour is that they have accepted too many Eastern European migrants. We have to look at all of this historically over at least 2-3 decades when we look at the role.
I was totally right in that article.
So the discussion around immigration, you don't see that playing a role in what we're seeing descend across the country. You don't think there's any complicity in that at all?
I think if you fail to control and manage immigration properly, then things go wrong.
So the language that protesters,
so you have to control and manage immigration
rather than far-right mobs.
And you believe in controlling and managing
the language that they're using, I'll stop the boats. They are telling people like me to go home. If we look at the language used by politicians and the language used by these people in these streets, you will see a direct correlation.
But you've moved from attacking Andrew to attacking me. So let me have a go. No. What you can't do is just spray out attacks on all of us and then not have any comeback. You didn't answer Andrew's question.
No, she didn't.
You attacked me.
Oh God. Okay, there was something I saw on Instagram. Let me see if I could see it right away and I share it with you. It's taking me too long to find it, so forget it. So let's read some of the comments here. The laughter at the end was deeply unpleasant to see, as the UK further descent into chaos amid widespread race riot, partly spurred on by section of the media and political class. It was upsetting to see an Asian Muslim woman MP subjected to such violence and 4K on Breakfast TV. The only person of color on set being constantly interrupted, ridiculed, gaslit, accused of attacking white male commentators and laughed at, while bold suggestion that Stormer called riot racist is also inaccurate, for your information. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. It's crazy what's going on in the UK right now. Crazy. I'm not even showing you the brutal, the attack, the kicking, all sort of things that I saw was happening. I show you a small screenshot here and there of some of the things. Okay, so this is another thing here. The moment police arrested 2 people after the riot in Sunderland, Northumbria police say a total of 12 people have been arrested so far, with more expected over the coming days. Okay, latest, there's a tag here, 32 seconds. There will be screenshot in between. I'm sorry. Okay,
Please open the door!
wow. When I first saw this, and I was thinking, this is the good thing the US has. You have to have a warrant. I don't know, maybe they do have a warrant, but wow. Anyway, let's listen. "12 people have been arrested so far following the disorder." Wow. Okay, so it's playing again. It's only 32 seconds. There's no comment. Let's go to the next one. There's this here. Let alone, I'm not showing you the bulk of nonsense that I was seeing. People kicking others on the floor. They grabbed this black guy out of nowhere. I don't know how it started, but it's like a whole bunch of white people coming toward him and beating him. And then as soon as the black guy is defending himself, all of a sudden I saw all the police came. But when they were beating him up, I don't see any of them. But when he got the upper hand, all of a sudden the police came. Okay, this is the next tweet. I think that's a small thread. Okay, we used to say Brexit was like watching your local library being burned down by people who can't read, and now it has actually happened. Okay, there's this here. That's the aftermath of that chaos. Wow. Let's amplify more voices like this. Bravo. Let me pause this. Okay, I'm shocked to find out how many racist friends I have. Debbie Stoke, a local who works at a nearby library, said the disorder in Liverpool last night was disgusting. Okay, so 1 minute and 10 seconds. I don't know if it's a thread within a thread. Let's see. Okay, I'll read some of the comments here and then go back out. Let's listen.
It's a reason for violence. It's not. It's certainly not in my name. Nazis burn books. These have gone one step further and burnt a library down. I'm not having it that people can't feel safe living around here or living anywhere. I'm absolutely upset that it's gone on, and I'm shocked to find out how many racist friends I seem to have. To be honest, certainly not me. Certainly not me. It's so sad.
What do you think's causing it?
Well, it's like everything else. They're blaming, the death of innocent children in Southport. Absolutely appalling what's happened there. But it's just an excuse to show the knuckle-dragging racism of them. And I'm here to say we don't all feel the same way. We don't all feel the same way. Many people live above these shops with children, and yet they may not all be from Liverpool, but how frightened they must have been last night. How frightened they must have been. And I'm here to tell them we don't all feel the same way.
Wow. Okay. The thing is that, well, there's one tweet that I have, and I don't know if I put it. I would like to know who started. I mean, she just said it with those kids who got killed and things like that. How did it start? Like I've said, the UK is very good at manufacturing things. Remember, the tabloid is on high alert. They're about to be exposed, and these people do not want things to be exposed. They will rather burn everything down, take people's attention away, and I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, thanks, Debbie. And I absolutely agree with you that we don't feel the same way of everything, and we all are deeply saddened by what's happening in our country. Stay safe.
It's a reason for violence. It's not insane.
Okay, Debbie is correct. I don't understand how putting other children in danger is supposed to redeem the children that were killed in Southport. It's just an excuse. I didn't share it, and maybe this is why I don't know the full story, because once I know the full story, when I'm doing other videos and I start giving examples of things, I might include it in there, and then YouTube does not want people to know about look at the screen. Okay, before it was about the Middle East, but now it's coming in their homeland. I'm not supposed to talk about this type of things. Okay, Debbie is correct. I don't understand how putting other children in danger is supposed to redeem the children that were killed in Southport. It's just an excuse. Most of these far-right thugs probably can point to Southport on a map. Okay, unfortunately, the vile comments are from those exact same racist thugs who are destroying the street. Well said, Debbie. Hats off to you. UK support of genocide is breaking it. Okay, thanks, Debbie. Okay, so let's go back. Alright, so this is where I started. Okay, so there's my comment here. Okay, from the outside, because I'm in the United States. Okay, looking in, here's how I see this debacle and my humble opinion. Let's go into my tweet. 4 people like it, 1 retweet. My 2 cents with this chaos is that the tabloid is being exposed, so they incite the gullibles to burn it. Okay, I don't have enough space, so I have to do it through that. First, okay, the insiders don't even live in the UK. They don't pay no taxes. They're pretty much doing exactly what the UK has done to other countries. They took their loot. Remember, they don't pay tax. They sell their papers. The UK buy it, and they take that money, and then now they are making UK. There it is here. Okay, that's the way that I see it from the outside. Okay, back to this. So Brexit turned out to be just as bad as we fear. Boris and the Queen really outdid themselves. Who knew burning down the library would leave us in the dark with a side of royal approval? And I don't know, have they come out and say anything? This is a devastating hit to the community. Okay, so Brexit, okay, I read that. Who knew burning down the library would leave us in the dark with a side of royal approval? Okay, this is devastating hit to the community. Remember, these are the same individuals who label anti-genocide protests as hate marches and anti-Semitic, and dismiss Black Lives Matter protests as an excuse to loot. Now, they are the ones rioting, holding racist rallies, looting and attacking police, all while being unemployed. Alright, they can read books and blame migrants for that, so they burn down the library instead. Okay, the irresponsible. Oh, so that picture was from a library. Oh my god. And they're already closing so many libraries. I report some of these in some of my videos. Goaded by the irredeemable. They are cancer on this country. Dumb F country. Ignorant, pointless, selfish thug. Other morons. There's all of that. Okay, so let's go to my next tweet. There were 2 of them. I'm gonna have to look for both of them. Next one. Okay, so there's this here. It's about time. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nigeria. I post this on my community. Okay, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Abuja, press release, travel alert. The Federal Republic of Nigeria issues the following travel alert to citizens planning to visit the United Kingdom. There is an increased risk of violence and disorder occasioned by the recent riot in the UK stemming from the killing of 3 young girls at a concert. The violence has assumed dangerous proportion as evidenced by reported attack on law enforcement agents and damage to infrastructure. To this end, citizens are advised to be extra vigilant and take measures as follows. Avoid political procession and protests, rallies, or marches. Avoid crowded areas and large gatherings. Be vigilant and self-aware at all times. Contact the High Commission with a view to passing information that could be of interest via email and telephone. So there's the information here. Background: demonstrators by far-right and other extra-parliamentary groups and parts of the UK in recent weeks have been large and in some instances unruly. These disturbances have only been aggravated by the unfortunate death of 3 girls, and it has spawned an anti-immigration narrative with particular emphasis on Muslim immigrants or persons of color being targeted. This advisory remains under review. I've seen them, they're not lying. I just don't share the violence. Okay, let's see here. This is me. See, this is where I tag Invictus. Reconsider. Korea should be the place, Invictus 27. Okay, as it should be, not be only them, they issue warning. Alright, I know they had a petty smirk on their face when they drafted this too, as they should. Okay, Colombia and Jamaica need to follow. Okay, so there's all of that. Okay, so there was one more. Let me go look for it. Let me put it. This is the one that I shared that on my community board. Okay, meanwhile in the UK this weekend, alright, this started from here. It's one of the squad who tweeted that. Meghan says if she had to take a hit for it, then it's worth it. Makes me so livid. The racism and hate is so out of control that Meghan expects sharing her experience to help others will be met with attacks, and she isn't wrong. Okay, so this is one of many. That's the one that I bookmarked. Britain riot shame police officer are attacked in Liverpool as Yab set shops and cars on fire, and Hull and far-right thugs clash with mass defenders, and Stoke as Home Secretary vows rioter will pay the price. Rioter grips Britain. Okay, this is a few. At least this is a still image. You should see the moving images. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, for immediate release. Okay, urgent notice to Malaysian and the United Kingdom. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through the High Commission of Malaysia in London, United Kingdom is closely monitoring the series of protests currently taking place in several areas of the United Kingdom following the stabbing incident in Southport on 29 July 2024. Malaysians residing in or traveling to the United Kingdom are urged to stay away from protest areas, remain vigilant, and follow the latest updates and guidance provided by local authorities. Malaysians who have not yet registered with the High Commission of Malaysia in London are strongly encouraged to do so immediately to ensure they receive timely information and assistance. Malaysians requiring consular assistance can contact the High Commission at the detail provided below. Okay, so some nationalities are giving their citizens some warning what's going on in the UK. Okay, so this is why you say give them a baggage. You don't need to tell God what to do. God knows what to do. And some of the squad will say whatever they wish on Meghan, she wishes the same thing. Okay, so let God deal with them. Okay, so this is my last tweet. I just put the thing on my list. This is my last tweet. Okay, this has to do with the US now. What has Kamala Harris ever done for black people? Okay, so let's listen. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. There will be screenshots, okay?
Kamala Harris has undertaken several initiatives and actions that have aimed to benefit black Americans, both as a U.S. Senator and as Vice President. As a U.S. Senator, advocating for criminal justice reform. First Step Act. Harris supported the bipartisan First Step Act, which aimed to reform the criminal justice system, including reducing mandatory minimum sentences for nonviolent drug offenses, which disproportionately affect Black communities. Anti-lynching legislation. Harris co-sponsored the Justice for Victims of Lynching Act, which aimed to make lynching a federal hate crime, Justice in Policing Act. Harris co-authored this comprehensive police reform bill, which includes measures to ban chokeholds, establish a national database of police misconduct, and end qualified immunity for law enforcement officers. Harris introduced the LIFT, Livable Incomes for Families Today, the Middle Class Act, which proposed a tax credit that would benefit low and middle income families, including many Black families. Rent Relief Act. Harris introduced legislation aimed at providing rent relief to families spending more than 30% of their income on rent, benefiting many Black Americans facing housing affordability issues. As Vice President, Harris has supported and advocated for measures within the American Rescue Plan, which included significant funding for Black-owned businesses, expanded the child tax credit, and provided direct financial support to families disproportionately affected by the pandemic, including Black Americans. Harris has championed the Black Maternal Health Momnibus Act, which addresses the Black maternal health crisis through investments in social determinants of health, funding for community-based organizations, and improvements in data collection and research. Harris has been a vocal advocate for the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act and the For the People Act, aimed at protecting and expanding voting rights, particularly for communities of color. Harris has worked to secure increased funding for historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, recognizing their critical role in providing education and opportunities for Black students. These efforts reflect her ongoing commitment to addressing issues that disproportionately impact Black Americans.
She still ain't Black.
Okay, the thing is that the Republicans, they know what she has done. So to confuse people, this is why they put their narrative like she's not doing things for Black Americans and she's not Black, the typical things. Okay, that's the only response here. Inspire Black and Brown alike that they can grow up to accomplish just about anything in America if one is ambitious and not lazy. I think the question you should be asking yourself as a Black man is, what have I done for myself and other Black people lately? Okay, so that's that. Okay, so Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Don't forget to check my shop, Zazzle, and Spread Shop. Okay? Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.